Hey, friend, welcome back. Last episode was about the quiet season after boundaries, the thin season, where texts slow down, invites change, and you start wondering if you just lost your people. Today, we're talking about what happens next. Because once the noise dies down, a new danger shows up. You get bored. And that boredom can pull you back into the exact life you escaped. That's the paradox. You begged for peace. Then your brain panics when peace finally arrives. One clear problem. When your life becomes calm, your brain can mistake calm for something's wrong. So you create chaos or return to old patterns just to feel familiar again. One clear solution. You need to replace chaos with structure and replace toxic dopamine with clean dopamine, so peace feels safe, not empty. Desired state. You can sit in a quiet life without craving a mess. You stay consistent, you build your future, and you don't run back just because calm feels unfamiliar. Let's get into it. Here's the truth. Nobody wants to admit. A lot of people are addicted to emotional intensity. Not because they love pain, because intensity feels like connection. Intensity feels like purpose. Intensity feels like you matter. If you grew up around chaos, your nervous system learned a rule. Calm equals the moment before something bad happens. So when life gets stable, you don't relax. You brace. And when you brace long enough, you start looking for a fire, just to explain the feeling in your chest. That's why people break no contact just to check. That's why people reopen arguments that were already done. That's why people sabotage new routines right when they start working. Peace feels suspicious when you've lived in survival. Let me tell you about Kevin. Kevin finally left a draining friend group, the one that always needed something, the one that pulled him into drama every weekend, the one that turned every boundary into a guilt trip. He did the hard part. He cut the access. He built some distance. And for the first 2 weeks, he felt proud. Then week 3 hit. Friday night comes, no messages, no chaos, no plans, just quiet. And Kevin felt this weird emotion he couldn't name. Not sadness, restlessness. So he did what his brain knew. He opened Instagram, saw the old group posting, felt that familiar FOMO punch. And then he texted, "Y'all outside?" He didn't even want to go. He wanted to feel included. He went, drank, laughed, came home, and felt empty again. Then he told me something that changed how I explain this to people. He said, "I miss the chaos because at least chaos made me feel alive." That's it. If calm makes you feel dead inside, it's not because calm is bad. It's because you never learned how to feel alive without a crisis. So today is about building a new kind of alive. Not panic alive. Purpose alive. Let's break the system down into 3 blocks. Block 1. Identify your chaos pattern. Block 2. Understand your dopamine loop. Block 3. Install clean replacements. Block 1. Identify your chaos pattern. Chaos isn't always screaming and fighting. Sometimes chaos is subtle. Here are common chaos patterns. You pick fights over small things. You reopen old conversations for closure. You stalk what people are doing online and spiral. You ghost people first so they can't reject you. You overwork until you crash, then call it life. You procrastinate until you're under pressure because pressure feels normal. So here's your first question. When life gets calm, what do I do to make it loud again? Be honest. No shame, just data. Because if you can name it, you can catch it. Block 2. Understand your dopamine loop. Your brain loves quick dopamine. Chaos is quick dopamine. Drama is quick dopamine. Last-minute urgency is quick dopamine. Even toxic relationships can be quick dopamine. Why? Because it creates a spike. Fear, Excitement, adrenaline, relief, repeat. And that spike becomes familiar. So when you start building a stable life, gym, work, skill building, healthier relationships, your brain gets bored because stable progress is slower dopamine. It's quieter. It's like your brain is saying, this is good, but where's the hit? And if you don't give your brain a better hit, it will go find the old one. That's why people relapse into old habits when they're doing well. Not because they hate success, because they haven't rewired what reward feels like. Block 3, install clean replacements. This is where your new life becomes real. You don't just remove chaos, you replace it. Here are the replacements: simple, practical, and repeatable. Replacement 1, the Friday plan. If your weak spot is weekends or empty evenings, you need a default plan. Not a perfect plan, a default. Example: Friday, workout plus shower plus 1 good meal plus 1 hour building your craft plus 1 fun thing. Saturday, errands plus social time with safe people plus 1 growth block. Sunday, reset plus plan plus early night. Why does this work? Because unplanned time is where your old life sneaks back in. Your brain hates empty space. It fills it with the familiar. So give it something on purpose. Replacement 2, clean dopamine rituals. You need rewards that don't destroy you. Here are clean dopamine options. A gym session with a playlist you love. A long walk with a podcast. A hot shower after doing the hard thing. A weekly victory meal. A progress tracker that shows streaks. Learning a skill that gives quick wins. The key is this: reward effort, not outcomes. Your brain doesn't need you to win big. It needs consistent proof that your new life pays. Replacement 3, the calm is safe practice. This is small but powerful. When you feel restless and calm, don't run. Name it. Say, my body is searching for chaos. Then do 1 regulation move. Long exhale breathing. Jaw unclench. Shoulders down. Hands open. Then do 1 anchored action. Write 1 paragraph. Clean 1 corner of your room. Do 10 minutes of your skill. Prepare tomorrow's clothes. 1 small action that says, we are safe and we are moving. You're training your nervous system to associate calm with forward motion, not danger. Replacement 4, the 1 reach rule. If you're tempted to text the old toxic person or go back to the old group, you follow this rule. Before you reach back to the old connection, you must reach out once to a healthy connection. A safe friend. A mentor. A community group. Even a simple message. You free to talk this week? Why? Because a lot of missing them is actually missing connection. So you don't feed the craving with poison. You feed the craving with something clean. Now let's talk about the biggest lie that shows up in this season. If I'm bored, I must be on the wrong path. No. Boredom is often the sound of withdrawal. You're withdrawing from chaos. And your brain wants the old drug. So instead of judging boredom, you translate it. Boredom often means, I'm not used to stability yet. That's not a red flag. That's a growth sign. Now here's the part I need you to hear clearly. Peace isn't supposed to feel like fireworks. Peace feels like no stomach knots, no panic scrolling, No begging for replies. No recovering from last night's mess. No apologizing for existing. Peace is quiet. That's why it's rare. And if you confuse quiet with lack, you'll keep choosing loud pain over quiet progress. So here's your Paradox Stories experiment for this episode. It's called the Clean Dopamine Week. For the next 7 days, you're doing 3 things. Create a default plan for your danger time. Pick one time you usually relapse. Friday night, Sunday night, late nights. Write a simple plan you can repeat. Keep it realistic. Replace one chaos habit with one clean ritual. If you usually spiral on your phone, replace it with a walk. If you usually text a toxic person, replace it with journaling plus one healthy reach out. If you usually procrastinate until panic, replace it with a 20-minute timer. Track the craving. Every time you feel the urge to run back to chaos, write, what triggered it? What did I do instead? How do I feel 30 minutes later? That's it. And by day 7, you'll start seeing the truth. Most cravings don't last. They peak, then fall. But only if you don't feed them. Let me close with this. If your life is getting quieter, you're not losing yourself. You're meeting yourself. And that can feel uncomfortable at first, because the old you is built on reactions. The new you is built on choices. Calm isn't empty. Calm is space. And space is where your real life finally has room to grow. So don't go back just because you're bored. Don't reopen doors just to feel something. Build something steady. Teach your body that peace is safe. And let your new life become familiar. If this episode hit, like it, share it with someone who's addicted to chaos but hungry for peace, and subscribe for more Paradox Stories. Until next time, don't trade your future for a quick hit. Custom message. Peace is the upgrade. Teaser text. Don't run back to chaos.